Area farmers faced a lot of adversity and uncertainty in 2024, so tonight we're looking back at the hard work and determination that carried them through.
If you ever get overwhelmed by mowing your own grass, try having nearly 650 acres of it.
The worst part is I absolutely neglect my yard at home. That's the most embarrassing part, right? I do this all day long.
Keaton Fry is the vice president of 7 City Sod. Just one of several generations in his family to make a career of watching grass grow.
Oh, who doesn't want to be outside and play with tractors all day?
His grandfather planted their first plot of grass back in the late 60s.
This used to be a 3-man process with our old harvesters.
Now it's the second largest sod operation in Iowa.
It's all robotic, arms, GPS driven, no hands on the wheels. I'm able to just kind of monitor and make sure we're cutting the best product that we can.
When planting a seed, the bigger picture takes time to appear. What might seem small grows into something larger than itself.
We list all 2,900 of them.
Like this old farmhouse, which has outgrown its original purpose.
This was a bedroom, yes. And then I put in, you can see my fancy carpenter work. It's just perfection beyond belief.
Glenn Drowns has converted every room in this house.
This is the old kitchen when we used to live here, yes.
And he needs the space. An old farmhouse filled to the brim with living history.
There's 676 varieties in the collection that wouldn't be there if it wasn't for me.
2,950 jars complete Glenn's collection. Each one filled with the seeds of a unique plant variety.
Risk is one reason Brad Smith of Milledgeville is growing 85 acres of short corn.
Anything we can do to try to minimize that risk.
Hoping to decrease the chance of wind damage on his family's farm.
Any farmer that's had to deal with down corn knows that that's the worst thing in the world that you want.
Jeremy Flickema, a farmer in Whiteside County, says he typically deals with wind damage.
Pretty standard every year. We have a field or 2 or 3 that will get hit by wind.
Because of its small stature, farmers don't have to depend on airplanes, helicopters, or drones for fungicide and insecticide application, allowing them to use less chemicals and keep it in the right place with their own sprayers. It might be dry, but for a lot of farmers, yields have been up.
You know, we're happy with 240 in our areas, and we're running almost close to 300 in some spots.
But high yields and low commodity prices can cause a problem.
What we're going to do with all of it, I don't know.
Causing local grain elevators and on-farm grain storage to burst at the seams.
Some guys still had last year's crop, hoping for better prices, and it just never came.
Down this lane in Carroll County,
we have found a little niche in our area.
At the corner of Potato Lane and Spud Express,
it's such a wholesome food.
It's harvest season, but not your typical corn and soybeans.
Pretty much from July through the middle of September, if you're eating a potato chip in the Midwest, it probably came from us.
New Miller Farms grows potatoes. A lot of potatoes.
So this past summer, we grew about 9 varieties
that go into chips, salads, and soups across the U.S.
4 to 5 inches into the ground and can scoop the potatoes up.
A practice Katie Floming says is possible here because of the sandy soil.